First tonight to Scunthorpe, where unions say around 2,000 workers at its famous steel plant face redundancies under plans to transition from blast furnaces to electric arc technology.
With the election just over a month away, Labour promised to protect jobs by bolstering the steelworks rail production. But some who live in Scunthorpe are sceptical that any government can save jobs and save the town. Our political correspondent Sharon Carer reports.
The stakes for this general election are high in Scunthorpe. Whoever wins the keys to number 10 will themselves be key to this town's survival. Today, Labour's Shadow Transport Secretary promised her party would keep jobs on track by investing in rail production.
The rail industry will fill the books of British Steel for decades to come through securing British Steel in its procurement plans, and that's why we'll protect British Steel here in Scunthorpe.
But 95% of Network Rail's tracks are already produced here. Could they really produce any more?
So they already supply to Network Rail, but HS2 have been buying steel from the French, from the Germans, from the Italians, from the Spanish, from the Turkish. That is completely unacceptable.
In October last year, the Conservative government scrapped the northern leg of HS2, instead promising Network North would be a better deal. The Energy Secretary said only the Conservatives could provide Scunthorpe with security.
If you look at the Labour Party, whether it's their French-style union laws, whether it's what they want to do to the cost of energy in this country, which is enormously important to people in Scunthorpe, then actually the Labour Party are the party who would set our economy back when we've just been turning a corner.
What you can see behind me is called red steel. Now I'm told that as the metal passes through these mills, it reaches temperatures of 900 degrees. It's certain that here in Scunthorpe, steel is a red-hot electoral issue. But despite promises from the big parties, many feel they've heard it all before.
Pumping iron in Scunthorpe's biggest gym, Andy, who works on the steelworks, fears the town's fortunes are already plummeting.
Whoever gets in, I don't think it'll change much at all. I think Scunthorpe is going downhill fast.
Do they ever do anything they say they're going to do? No. So this is why I just don't really care.
It is a chance for change, but it's whether they can stick to the word or they will even try and do what they say they're going to do.
Paul Bend, who's run this gym for 4 years, has already been put through his paces by the increasing costs of running the business. Without the steelworks, he says the future is bleak.
If they're not in employment, they don't have the money to spend on activities such as gym memberships. I think a lot of people feel very failed by politicians.
British Steel says electric arc furnaces are a significant step forward in our journey to net zero and would reduce CO2 emissions by 75%. But unions say the plans put 2,000 jobs at risk. Neither Labour nor the Conservatives have put a number on how many they can save. Voters here who feel they've been let down before want that promise to be ironclad.
Well, Sharon Preet has ditched the hard hat and the high vis and is live for us in Scunthorpe now. Sharon Preet, do people there believe this election will really make a difference?
Well, Ian, I think the main sentiment that we heard in that gym earlier today was cynicism, this real scepticism that any of the parties can reverse the fortunes of this town. Now, the main issue is the steelworks' 4 blast furnaces, each of them named after a queen of the United Kingdom. Now, 2 of them are up and running and they produce an enormous amount of greenhouse gases. Steel is accountable for 14% of the UK's emissions from manufacturing. But the thing is, if we do switch over here to electric arc furnaces, unions say 2,000 jobs are at risk.
Sharon Preet, we heard in your report how Labour and the Tories both say that they would protect those jobs. But what about the other parties?
Well, Lara, the Liberal Democrats say it's unfair that people face the prospect of losing their jobs, and a proper industrial strategy is what's needed. The Green Party say a transition to green energy could be a win-win if enough investment is put in. And Reform UK say that they'd encourage companies to invest in reopening mines to secure jobs in Scunthorpe. In reality, though, this is more than just a political football for people who live here. For them, trust in politics has been severely damaged by what they see as the main parties not coming up with a clear strategy to protect these jobs. Of course, there is still plenty of time before the 4th of July for politicians to get over here, talk to people and try and repair that damage. If they don't, there could certainly be a sense of apathy when it comes to going to the polls on the 4th of July.
It'll be very interesting to see which way the votes do actually go. Thanks very much, Sharon Pritt, live in Scunthorpe.
Yes, and while there's 2 days for candidates to officially declare, these are the candidates so far standing in the Scunthorpe County constituency on July the 4th. There they are in front of you.